The city council meeting has reconvened. Mr. Garcia, would you please introduce the next item?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The next step in the reorganization is the installation of newly elected council members. But we are also honored by the presence of some of the elected officials in the region. So we'd like to introduce them and have them come by and make some comments. If we could start with Supervisor Hahn, please. Thank you.
Hello, Whittier. And good evening. I am County Supervisor Janice Hahn, and it's great to be here tonight in the wonderful city of Whittier in what I think is such an important and exciting tradition, which is the peaceful transition of power. I want to congratulate Mayor-elect James Becerra, council members-elect Vicky Santana, and Aida Macedo on your incredible victory. The voters of Whittier spoke clearly and decisively. They wanted you. And I'm thinking about that phrase that says, you get the government you deserve. Well, Whittier, you've got the government you deserve tonight. You know, an elected office comes with sacrifices, but it's an extraordinary privilege. And I've had the honor of serving on a city council, lapse in judgment in Congress, and now on the County Board of Supervisors. And though Congress might make the headlines, it's at the local government where things really happen and are important. The decisions you make are the ones that matter to people's lives. And we have an incredible opportunity to make positive impacts on people's lives day to day. And I just want to leave you with reminding you, the new mayor and the new council members, that we're in tough times right now. We no longer have a trusted partner in our federal government. At every turn, it's making the lives of our residents worse, not better. Our communities continue to be squeezed by affordability crisis. Our immigrant neighbors continue to live in fear of a federal government intent on terrorizing them. And our safety net, providing everything from health care to food for our most vulnerable residents, continues to be under attack by cruel and unnecessary budget cuts. So it's up to us, it's up to you to uphold the values that we hold dear, which is fighting for every single member of the Whittier community. And I stand here tonight saying I have complete confidence in Mayor Becerra, Councilmember Santana and Macedo to do exactly that. And please know that in me, your county supervisor, you have a willing partner to continue to join in that fight every single day. Congratulations. I'm so happy for the city of Whittier tonight.
Good evening, Whittier. It's a great night tonight. Good evening, Mayor-elect Becerra, Councilmember-elect Santana, and Councilmember-elect Macedo, and the residents of Whittier. On behalf of Senator Bob Archuleta and our Senate office, it's an honor to be here with you tonight. This is a meaningful moment for Whittier. The community showed up, participated, made its voice heard, And with that came a clear sense of engagement from residents across the city. That kind of participation matters. It's what keeps our system strong and connected to the people it serves. Tonight reflects that moment. Mayor-elect Becerra, your message of listening and leadership resonated. Councilmember-elect Santana, your focus on responsiveness clearly connected with your community. And Councilmember-elect Macedo, your commitment to putting residents first earned the trust of the people you now represent. The message from the community is clear. Stay connected, stay responsive, and continue to listen. On behalf of Senator Bob Archuleta, we look forward to working with you as partners in service to the people of Whittier. Congratulations again, and to each of you on this achievement, and thank you to the residents of Whittier for demonstrating that democracy is alive and well and working exactly as it should be here in Whittier. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Ruby Dueñas. On behalf of Assemblymember Lisa Calderon, it is an honor to join you in welcoming the new City Council of Whittier. Congratulations. Yes, big round of applause. I'm going to move this a little bit. Congratulations to our newly elected mayor and council members. Your commitment to serve speaks volumes, and the trust placed in you by the community is both an honor and a responsibility. Whittier has a strong sense of community and a proud history. As you step into your roles, you have the opportunity to build on that foundation and help shape the future that reflects the needs of all of our residents. Assemblymember Calderon looks forward to partnering with you on issues that matter most, from public safety to economic opportunity and quality of life. Together, you can deliver meaningful results for the people that you serve. So congratulations again, and best wishes on your work ahead. Thank you.
Good evening, Whittier. My name is Griselda Ortiz. I'm the District Director for Congresswoman Linda Sanchez and a Whittier resident. So I'm very excited to be here today. On behalf of Congresswoman Linda Sanchez, I just want to say congratulations to Mayor Becerra, Councilwoman Santana, and Councilwoman Macedo. We're very excited to be working with you. I've gotten to know all three of you on the campaign trail, and we're excited for what the future has ahead for all of us. Congratulations again, and it's a great night to be a resident of Whittier.
Good evening, everyone, and hello, Whittier. On behalf of Assessor Jeff Prang, it is my pleasure to be here today and welcome the new Mayor-elect James Becerra, Councilwoman Santana, and Councilwoman Macedo. Again, we look forward to working with you. You have Assessor's full support, and I know together we can provide lots of great valuable services and information. So you have our number, you have our names, and please reach out for anything moving forward. You have our full support, so thank you.
Now we'll begin with the swearing-in ceremony. We'll begin with Council Member District 2, and also
Okay. Yeah, we also have the oath of office here. That won't need the oath of office, that's for sure.
Okay.
It's already up.
Okay.
It's not on? We'll just have one at a time. Okay. Yeah, quick one. Just one at a time. Okay. Real quickly, good evening, Whittier. It's my honor to swear in my dear friend, Vicky Santana. I have known her and her beautiful Santana family for over 20 years. I know she will continue to make us proud as she begins her service Let's swear her in.
Hello. Testing.
I, Vicky Santana,
I, Vicky Santana,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution
that I will support and defend the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
and
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution,
and I will
bear
bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
and that
and that
I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
and that I will well
I
and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for being here and for your patience. I know you waited a long time for this. Let me begin by recognizing my family, especially my son Daniel, my heart, who traveled from Houston to be here. I'm also grateful to my parents, Miguel and Ana Maria Santana, my brothers, my sister, their amazing partners, my nieces and my nephews here tonight. You have been with me through it all, and I am so grateful to share this moment with you and with our next generation watching and learning. My life was shaped by my parents, immigrants who left everything they knew in search of a better life. I often say they were the original dreamers, hardworking and determined to build a better future for the next generation. My parents' dreams were bigger than any one of us, and I'm so grateful to see them realized. Gracias, mami, papi. This city is often known as the home of Richard Nixon, but our story runs much deeper. From the Tongva Gabrielino people, the original stewards of this land, to the Rancho El Pio Pico, the last Mexican governor of California. And in that long history, this is just one small chapter. For me and my family, this place holds so many memories. I first came to Whittier as a student at the college, a young single mother focused on building a future for myself and my then newborn son. We lived just down the street on Friends Avenue with my sister and my niece Vivian. That's where we celebrated Daniel's first birthday and where he rode his tricycle. He called it Chopper. We carry those beautiful moments with us. To the residents of District 2, Thank you. This election sent a clear message. People showed up and voted because they want to be heard and believe in a city that listens and responds. From hundreds of doorsteps, I spoke with neighbors who care deeply about our city, and I carry your voices with me. And to those of you from across the region who recognize this as a historic moment, thank you for being here. I also want to thank the many friends and volunteers, many of whom have supported me since my first race in 2011, as well as our united coalition partners who walked neighborhoods, made calls, and helped us reach the residents across the district. They all did their part, which led to today. This moment would not have been possible without you. People deserve a city hall that is responsive, accountable, transparent, and connected to our neighborhoods. That is the responsibility I take on tonight. From traffic safety to neighborhood quality of life, including preserving our trees. Residents were clear of what's important, and I'm committed to working with our staff to deliver on those priorities. Every resident, regardless of immigration status or who they love, should feel safe and respected, represented, and treated with dignity. This is how I intend to govern. I'm grateful to our city staff and to City Manager Conno McNamara for the warm welcome. In our first meeting, I shared a long list of residents' concerns, and they didn't get scared, just a little. And I appreciate the openness and willingness to work through them. I also want to acknowledge Mayor Becerra and my colleagues on the council. I look forward to working with each of you. I want to also thank our outgoing council members and mayor for their service and commitment to the city. As I step into this role, I bring with me years of public service experience from my time at Harvard to my work with Supervisor Gloria Molina to my service as a trustee at Rio Hondo College. I will listen, I will engage, and I will work to earn your trust. We have important work ahead of us, but I believe we can move forward together with respect, openness, and a shared commitment to the city we all call home. Tonight is not an end. It's a beginning. For me, it's a moment that comes full circle, from Friends Avenue to City Hall. Before I close, I want to recognize someone who helped make this moment possible. I'm honored to have been sworn in by Alex Moisa. Alex ran for city council at a time when Latino residents in our community were not yet fully represented. His willingness to step forward helped pave the way and contributed to the efforts, including those led by the Whittier Latino Coalition and others, that ultimately led to the district system we have today. And that opened doors to greater voter participation. In this election, turnout more than doubled. And that is something we should all be proud of and continue to build on. Because of him, this moment, this swearing in, would not have been possible. Alex, you opened doors for us to follow. You were our trailblazer. I'm committed to building on that progress, and I carry that responsibility with me. I'm ready, Whittier. Let's get to work. Thank you. And my son Daniel would like to say a few words.
Well, I think we can all agree that that's pretty impossible to follow. So I'll do my best here and not to look at her because every time I do, I almost cry. I want to start off by thanking the city staff that have made today so special for me, my mom, and the family. It's so hard to encapsulate everything that she's meant to me and the community in just a few simple words. But what I think of is the courage and perseverance. It would have been the easier road to be an okay student and stay here. She didn't. She went to Columbia. It would have been an easier road to drop out of college when she got pregnant. But her perseverance opened the door for me to follow suit. It would have been an easier road to stay in the private sector and not turn our lives upside down going into public service. It would have been easy to let me just linger in your shadow, and you never let me do that. You made me the best man I could be. And it would have been really easy for you to be an empty nester. You could have picked up a hobby and you decided to answer constituent calls. And so thank you for your service, Mom. And I'll leave you. I've spent my entire career in local government. No one has ever complained about filled potholes.
We love you.
Thank you. Next, we're going to moving on to the installation for Council Member District 4. We could have Council Member Macedo.
All right, welcome everybody.
Is it on?
Nope. Can everybody hear me? Perfect. All right, well, welcome everybody. All right,
You want to hold this?
Yeah.
He knows me well. He brought the Constitution.
I let her borrow my pocket one. I state your name, do solemnly swear
I, Aida Macedo, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am to enter. I'm about
Congratulations,
to enter.
congratulations, Councilwoman Macedo.
Okay, gonna try to get through. Okay. He loves the spotlight. Good evening. Thank you for your patience and thank you for being here. We have a beautiful community in Whittier. I just want to say that tonight, Whittier made history. I don't say that lightly. I say it because you made it happen. You decided that this city deserves something different, something bolder, something real. I want to start off by thanking my family, my husband, and our son. You inspire me every single day. To my mother, Aida, who's here in the audience. To my older brothers, Ulises and Ruben. My nieces and nephews, Eli, Nico, Dahlia, Julius, and my sister-in-law, Yenny. Thank you for never letting me forget where we come from and everything we are capable of. Wait, hold on. This is motherhood, right? I want to thank the mentors who shaped me. Okay, come on. Okay. I want to thank the mentors who shaped me, including my third grade teacher, who first told me my voice mattered. All right. What a great start. All right. Ay. Oh my goodness. Oh, Diego doesn't care that I'm a council member. I'm his mama. So I want to thank the mentors who shaped me, including my third grade teacher, who first told me that my voice mattered. To my law school mentors who taught me to be brave in rooms that weren't built for people like me. And I want to thank my extraordinary campaign team, Roan, Nelson, Ben, and Natalie. I want to especially thank the volunteers who knocked on doors in the rain and in the heat, the residents who opened their homes for meet and greets, who donated, who sent me a text at just the right moment. And I am proud to say that I worked hard for every single vote. And I want you to know that I will continue to work hard for our community, and you have my commitment as I earn your trust every single day that I serve. Now, I have to share something with you because it belongs to all of us, not just me. But after our results this week, we received a voicemail from Vice President Kamala Harris. She called congratulating our campaigns, and I just want to say, let that sink in. Whittier was put on the national radar due to our community and our hard work. We gave hope to the country. What happens in our city is a reflection of what is possible for communities across the country. And it is not something that I take lightly. That is something I carry with me as responsibility. I did not run for office to collect another accolade. I have spent most of my adult life achieving so that I could feel accepted and so that my family could no longer be told to go back to where we came from. But somewhere along the way, I realized that acceptance isn't something you earn from a system that was never designed to include you. You build the system differently, and that's why I'm here. Okay. Ay. Okay. You'll see, I do work hard, but I get distracted with that little one. So I grew up in a modest home in Southeast LA, all over Southeast LA. My family moved often because of food insecurity, housing insecurity, and financial hardship. But we never stopped hoping. We never stopped working. But I learned something difficult along the way. Working hard and doing everything right is no longer enough to guarantee safety or stability. Our neighbors deserve better than that, and you deserve better than that. I chose Whittier as my home to raise my family because I believe Whittier is a gem. But like any gem, it deserves to be polished with intention, with care, with the full participation of the people who live here. So tonight, I want to be direct with you about what I'm here to do, because you deserve a leader who tells you exactly what she stands for. First, I really feel that residents have been unheard for a very long time, including me. That is the reason why I ran, and that is my commitment to you. I will communicate with you often and directly and honestly. I will hold town halls regularly and will create real opportunities for you to engage with your local government, not just on election day, but every day. I will return your calls, and if I ever fall short of that promise, I'm asking you tonight to hold me accountable. Secondly, I will uphold the public safety of all our community members. Public safety includes preventing crime and traffic deaths in our neighborhood. But it also means that no family in Whittier should wake up afraid that their loved one will be taken from them by an immigration raid on their way to work. When ICE came and took car wash workers, gardeners, construction workers, our neighbors, I was frustrated by the silence from our local leaders. I will not be silent. We will use every tool of local governance available to us to protect our residents, all our residents, because safety is not a privilege, it is a right. I also believe that Whittier has a soul, and that soul includes our trees, our historic buildings, our longtime residents and community organizations. And for many generations, people have called Whittier home. I will fight to protect that soul while also growing opportunities, supporting small businesses and investing in our local workforce. I hope to expand green space and ensure that the development in the city serves the people who already live here. Prosperity and preservation are not opposites. I believe that we can have both. I want to be clear about the type of leadership or leader that I intend to be. I will not be a politician who disappears between elections. I will not turn you away because we don't agree on everything. I will listen. I will lead with integrity, respect, and kindness. But don't forget that I'm also a litigator. And I know how to fight. And I will fight for this city with everything I have. In my opinion, 20 years of the same top-down leadership has brought us to this moment. The residents of District 4 decided it was time for something different. Tonight, we honor that decision, not with words, but with work. My vision for Whittier is a city of the future that never forgets its roots, a city that takes pride in its diversity, a city where it doesn't matter where you came from, how much money you have, or whether you own property. You belong here. Your voice matters here, and I hope that you can count on me as your partner in representing this community. Let's get to work. Thank you.
And next, we have the swearing in of Mayor Becerra. You'd please step up to the lectern. button. There's another button right there. We don't have one. There's one right here.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Mary Louise Wright, and I am James's daughter. I'm honored to be here with my mother and my siblings to swear in our new mayor.
Thanks, Andrew.
I, James Becerra, do solemnly swear
I, James Becerra, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations, Mary Becerra.
What do you think, B?
Give us a wave.
Another way? Well, thank you everyone for turning out this evening. If this is what outside influence looks like, then bring it on. My being up here is a result of many groups and individuals coming together in common purpose to move Whittier forward. But it was truly impossible without the contributions of my wife, Bonnie Billich. Bonnie, I love you and thank you. And I thank you all once again. I thank you for your votes of affirmation. I thank you for your votes of trust. And I thank you for your votes of belief in a better Whittier. So yes, the campaign was a success, but it was the voters, the residents of Whittier, who were truly victorious. This achievement, by young and old, by red and blue, and everything in between, validates the promise of constructive change. This historic moment orients us towards the future with hope. This historic milestone will drive us to invest that hope in civic engagement and helping our neighbors. Yes. And our shared blessing with this election is a mandate for me to be a public servant for all. And I will strive to honor that mandate. Jane Goodall's last words were, "You have it in your power to make a difference. Don't give up. There is a future for you. Do your best while you're still on this beautiful planet Earth." The view from the Artemis mission showed us just how beautiful our planet is. And never forget that Whittier is a beautiful part of that planet. So we go forward today with faith and hope for our beautiful city. And I go forward with humility in having your trust and with my strongest resolve to do my best for our city. Thank you. You're going to bring up the next speakers?
Yeah, you're going to call up Marianne and then Kathy.
Okay. At this point, I'd like to bring up Marianne Pacheco, District 1.
I can't tell you how exciting this night is for me. To see all of you here and to see the tremendous outpouring of support for the newly elected members, now seated members of the Whittier City Council, warms my heart in ways that perhaps you can't even imagine. Let me begin by saying that April 14th was a great day for democracy. A great day for democracy. And this evening is a great evening for representative government. Not many nations do what we do. And we were the first. When everyone else believed in kings and the divine right to rule, our nation said, not us. I love the first three words of our Constitution. We the people. Look at you all. It's we the people are here tonight. How cool is that? To the new members of the council, I have felt lonely on occasion on the council. Honestly, sometimes I kind of felt like chopped liver. And it's okay that I was chopped up a bit because I never lost faith in the people of Whittier. And I never lost faith in the integrity of the process. And because of that, it was easy in some ways for me to keep going. And as I look around and I see so many people who have spent so many years and so much energy, and again, that most valuable of commodities, time, to bring about a change in the city of Whittier. The only thing I knew about Whittier was that it was a hometown of Richard Nixon. And I was a college student in the 1970s during the war in Vietnam. That was not exactly a high point for me. Had anyone told me way back then that I would actually spend my life, 50 years of it, in the city of Whittier, I would have thought, I don't think so. And had they said to me that the good people of Whittier were going to elect me to public office, I would have said, oh no, you really don't know what you're talking about. But when I came to Whittier through Rio Hondo College, I fell in love with my students and I fell in love with the community that they came from because they're what a good friend of mine refers to as the folk. The folk are the ones that do everything. They're the ones that go to work. They're the ones that raise their children. They're the ones who support local business. And when government loses sight of the folk, then it's time to change the people who are in that government. So I'm very proud of Whittier. You remembered the folk. It's the folk that matter. It's the people that matter. The people who have deep, deep roots, many generations in Whittier, and newcomers like me who have only been here for 50 years. So this is your night. Relish it. There are going to be times when people are going to beat you up and they're going to say, but I got you elected. I want you to remember that you got yourselves elected. You were the ones who walked. You were the ones who knocked on the doors. You were the ones who made the phone calls. You were the ones who had to ask your friends for money, which is probably the most difficult thing. You were the ones who had to wonder, is there anybody really there that's supporting me? Is there anybody really there that I know I can count on? Well, I think tonight you see there are a lot of people there for you. I'm certainly there for you. And I will do everything I can to make sure that I no longer have to talk about the council majority. I can now talk about my colleagues on the city council. And that's going to feel really, really good. So to each of you, congratulations. Feel free at any time to give me a call. If something's confusing, I may verify for you that, yeah, it really is confusing. If you are feeling low and the people you expect to say good things to you have already told you, but you kind of need just one more, please let me be that one more that can be there to give you that added encouragement, to let you know that what you do and what you have done already is really, really important. And that Whittier, it's a medium-sized city in a huge metropolitan area, in a great big state, in a great big country, in a beautiful world. But most importantly, it's home. And as long as we remember that it's home, we'll do the right thing. And I know that you will do the right thing too. And I'm very, very happy to welcome you to the Whittier City Council, to welcome you as my colleagues, and to say we are going to go out and do some very, very good work together. Thank you.
And I'd like to bring up Council Member Kathy Warner now, but quickly I must share that the books I used when I was being sworn in, I asked Kathy if I could borrow her collection of John Greenleaf Whittier poetry books, and she graciously lent them to me for the ceremony. So Kathy, thank you.
It's been my pleasure to have known James for quite some time. And so when he called and asked about that, I was really thrilled. And I happened to spend some time today with Reverend Dr. Lolita Barrett of the First Friends Church. And we had a wonderful conversation, which I'll go into in a minute or two. But I want to present this book to James as a gift tonight. And as a token of my excitement and appreciation of his election, and also of my commitment to what the Quakers stand for, which is peace and collaboration. So I'm going to give you the book, but bring it to the next council meeting because I want to write something in it.
Great.
So
Thank you so much.
of course. And for my comments, I would again like to extend congratulations, James and Vicky and Aida. Congratulations, a very, very well done campaign. It was really fun to watch you campaign. The strategies that you used were outstanding. I have enjoyed hearing tonight over and over from several different folks that have spoken about our democracy and our transition. And apologies if I get emotional. However, I'm sure many of you have family members that have served in the armed services through the years. And I just have been thinking about my father a great deal and his service in the Marine Corps on Iwo Jima. And as in growing up, that he would constantly remind us of why that service occurred, as many of your family members. And it is and it was to preserve democracy and to provide for what has happened over the last, since April the 14th and the campaign before that. And so I am thrilled that that has yet again happened in the city of Whittier. And I commit to you that I look forward to working with my new colleagues. I realize that I'm in somewhat of a different position now. However, I have been in that position before when I was on the school board and was able to work well and collaboratively with colleagues at that time. And I commit to keeping in my mind the Quaker tenets and a lot of those words that John Greenleaf Whittier wrote about in his poetry. So I will keep my comments short Congratulations again to all of you and look forward for all 5 of us to move forward. And thank you all.
Is that it, Rico? Okay. Well, probably I'm going to speak the words that a lot of you want to hear at this point, and that is the city council meeting is now on recess. Members of the public who want to continue watching the meeting can view it live streamed from here, or you're welcome to join us in council chambers. So with that, good night. Thank you all for coming out this evening.